Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today to daily chat about twin flames, energies, and so on and so on. Today I was at the beach and I was looking at, you know, it's retrograde season, review, redo, re-see, rethink for it. And I went out to look of about the journey, about the twin flame journey, kind of like sit down over there, being at peace and a quiet, just listen only the sound of the waves. And that was the energy that hit me. It's like, did you ever give yourself the gratitude of what you did? Did you ever look at it, this gratitude to yourself? Live the others, live what you did for others, live. We're talking about you, dear. So I was talking to within, have that deeper self reflections from within me. And I looked it back, and I looked it back all the way down before the actual awakening, before everything got started as it went flame. And I see how much I changed, but I never get myself the gratitude for that change from deeply from within me. And that hit me today because of all the things that went, all the processes of change I went through, all the processes of from within. They are effects of you. Now I'm different. I can't go back. I changed completely. I even changed now within the new cycle, which is even beautiful. For but today we are going to talk about what do you see within yourself? What is your self reflections for you? Do you look at yourself in the mirror and thanks to your journey as a twin flame? Are you thankful that you are the twin flame? All right. So before we get started here, I want to recognize people who come into the chat and say hi. Purity Passion, good morning to you. Erica, hi. Thank you for being here. Waiting for that upgrade later on. I know you liked the astro gravitational report. It's very good news, and yes, I'm doing it for you. Margaret Spina, hi. How are you? Hopefully your MRI is gonna be okay. I look at the energies. Don't worry about the MRI. Okay, you're gonna be okay. All right, Margaret and Diamond B. Thank you for a coming in. There is someone I'm looking for. I want to recognize because of 1 second, because I wrote it the name, but or I was thinking it to write the name on it. And 1 second, I need to recognize someone. Yes, 1 second. And if she's gonna come in later. Man, too many clicks. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure. Hey, Josh. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the chat that we had, and no problem. Glad that you see you here. I want to recognize Salma Al Bashir for it. Thank you for donating into my PayPal. Appreciate it for it, and I want to say thank you so much for everything. I really, really appreciate it. But we're going to talk about appreciations today. We're talking about do you only see the suffering from it in you? Do you only see the negative side of the twin flames? Do you only look at it, that part of I miss my twin, I miss her, or why the situations is not good? Why the other twin flames, they all have similar problems? Why did this? Why is that? And and so on and so on. Because today the moon is in Libra, it's about relationship, but the most important relationship is with you and God in the universe. So it's good to have this self reflections for it. You're welcome, Margaret. I look at it through the chart, and it should be no problem. Okay, that magnetic resonance imaging is gonna be all right. Okay, so don't have nothing to worry about it. Just take it easy over there. Okay. Four. And Mercury is in a good position, so he's with controlling the energies about this. It's pretty cool. Okay, so to go back to this for it, you may be going down at this self-revaluations, guys. It's self-revaluations that you have from within you, and it's gonna hit you at some point within yourself. Is the universe is gonna tell you, don't you appreciate it, your journey as a twin flame? Don't you look it up how much you changed, how much you grew? Before you were this guy that you was so screwing up and always working and always been this and that. It was this aggravation guy. It was this guy that was focused to provide everything for a family, don't even have time for yourself. And you devoted everything to something that actually crashed for it. You turn to this guy now that helps himself develop yourself. When you say you're gonna do something, you do it for it. You change the discipline from within you. You change it, and the universe begins to talk to me. I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" I haven't looked at it that deep from within. I haven't looked at it. The real gift. I would say twin flames journey. That was me to myself. The personal growth from within me. The gratitude. My questions to you is: Are you grateful to your own self about this journey? How much it changed you? How much it makes you better with your life? How much shows you to pull off those face masks, being truthful to yourself? You may still have some more work to do, but take a look at it for a minute. Stop for it right there within your journey and look at it, that relationship within yourself, how much you developed, how much you actually begin to understand of real life, how much you actually, your soul right now is in peace, how much you gain from it. Something you maybe wish to knew from right off from the beginning when you are younger. So now you can live more full life and fulfillment from within your soul and within your situations. Hi, Evie. Thank you. Um, yes, thank you for the meditation. Appreciate it. For very great. Thanks. You can feel that energy. Wow. Wow, Evie. Wow. You stopped me right there for a minute. Just got myself to little chills of inner peace and inner child things. Yes. So uh, I don't know if I pronounced it right, but is that a Gishlane? For it, thank you for coming to the chat, and yes, namaste to you. So I look at it. I made that review of this within the Twin Flames. I did the review of how did I begin with the energies? What was my wrong thinking? How did I brow the old deal at the beginning of my Twin Flame journey within? How much wisdom did I gain from the universe? Because I had to trust the universe. After I went through the deep, deep, dark night of the soul for it, and when I come back, what was the difference in there? What was the situations from within? I never gave kind of like a credit to me. I'd be grateful. But it wasn't about the ego credit. It was about um, the credit, the gratifications from what you knew that at the end of the day, for it, when your journey begins, sometimes your journey is going to be kind of like a stop for a minute, okay? Just so you can see how far have you been gone, how far you've been. And that gratitude is going to give you a power, okay? That's what the universe was telling me today. The power of the gratitude from within. When you have that power of self gratitude from within you, it doesn't matter how tough, rough, or whatever the life is. It doesn't matter how tough, rough, and crazy that journey is. That power, it's coming to tell you, keep on going. Keep on doing what you're doing. You see, you got so far. You got the support. You got a divine support. You got a universal support. You got everything you got. Okay? But get that gratitude to yourself too. Okay? I know you work every day. We see you so on. But look at you, what you turn yourself into it. That result of the inner work. And that's what I want you to give you this message today is you to look at it from within you. Do you give yourself the credit, the gratitude from within, and that will give you more power to keep on going within the journey. I know it's a rough energies. I know it's a tough time to be here at this time. Okay, we look at it today with my roommate. We look at it, the energies, and I show him a few things, and he's like, "What do you want me to tell the people?" Right? But guess what? That's what the answer was. When it's tough, there is a reason why it's tough, why it's rough, why it's so hard. When you cry, when you go out there, when you give energy to other twin flames, when you give a hope, dreams, and opportunities for them to grow. Okay, but that power comes from the source. Okay, the source who works with you. And when you do the work, when you do the things, it is about you to get this satisfaction of this journey that you have as a twin flame. So you can get more and more power out there to go ahead and do what you do as a twin flame here. It's the same thing as the job. Okay, they give you a gratitude and you're sitting at home and guess what? Your wife says like, honey, thank you for you been going to a job. And you looking at yourself as the gratitude to yourself. What are you going to tell yourself during these moments from within you? That you are going to get up in the next morning. You're going to get up with a smile and a happy face and go back out there with what you're doing from within you. But now you have more power. Now you are more happy. Now you are more satisfied. Now you understand that whatever happened to your past, it had you to this point of time of the journey, the point of time of life, about your personal gratitude to you. How much have you been grown up? How much did you evolve? How much you understand everything and give you a power to go out there, be more active, be more profound, be more energetically out there, be more powerful when the storms are coming, be more powerful to go out, do more and more things for others. That's how you get this unlimited power. That's how you get. But when from the divine that comes in and tells you this, what are you going to tell yourself is also important because that right there is that key from within you. It's not about ego, it is about you to go there to get your next level of this. Okay? This is like you go into this cross marathon, okay, and that cross marathon, there is a time and a place when that cross marathon stops, and you stop there, you're catching your breath, and you finish the line, and you're right there, and you're like, yeah, I did it. I didn't drop out in the middle of the marathon. I didn't drop it this. I didn't drop. Now I'm satisfied of what I was doing from within me. For Hi Bianca, thank you for coming to chat. Ann Smith, thank you for coming into the chat. Evan Marsley, 1515. Oh yeah, the numbers they were crazy for it. They were crazy. I mean, I pull out of the beach and the first car was 38. No, 3388. The next car was 7799. I'm like, okay, well, just I'm in the middle of nowhere. Basically, the cell phone no receptions in two cars like this. Come on, universe. But when I begin to drive, there was more and more for it that comes in. But yes, the numbers they have a language to you. Okay, it's not that you want to see certain numbers. It's about when you see them, they are a message to you. They are a message to you as how you the divine's giving you a message to yourself. So when you get that power, you're gonna get also a boost, an energy boost from within you, an energy boost that you're gonna feel these energies from within you because of the growth. Okay, now you get this more expanded capacity. You working with more gravity. You work with different grids. You do different things now on a much larger scale. Okay, before if you were doing what you're doing as a twin flame from within you, now that is this expansion time from it. This expansion time that you are going to need from within you out there within others. Okay, that's what I'm going to talk to you about. How are you grateful about that you are on this journey? And be grateful. I know that a lot of you that are in the pain. I know I'm reading some of the feedbacks. I've been doing some twin flame consultations for quite a while right now. Okay, but I begin to recognize one thing. I begin to recognize the people's growth from within them, and I see that some of the people that job is been growing for it. Especially when someone asked me today that I know that they grow up from within, and I told them you're gonna get the powers when you get it. That was just before I go to the beach. Maybe that was the trigger from the universe, just to triggers me kind of like an extra point of this. Okay, but you do that to you. You get that gratefulness within yourself, that gratefulness within the universe, that gratefulness here within the 3D. You're going to find something amazing, a power, a capacity from within you that is much larger than when you wake up, than when you start, when you walk into the journey. Now you have this. Now we have this different relationships, not only within your own self, but now you have different relationship also with others. Now you have these energies that you can store in there to give for others, not just to your own self. And you will understand these energies, you will understand these new things from within you, and hopefully those energies are going to help you to be a twin flame. Okay, be, because before you get with your twin flame, you have to become the twin flame on your own. And the best advice to give you within this is listen to your soul. That is the best advice that I want to give you from within you guys. But you have to be grateful for your journey. It doesn't matter what you see the outcomes right now. because as the news cycle, we're not just going to look at it only the drama. Have you been looking at the growth? Now put them together. See how beautiful person you turn out to be. You ever probably dream about this? Have you ever dreamed to be on this state of love, on this state of understanding, on this state of this pure peace from within you? Have you thought, everybody? Have you ever thought about that some days that may be going to occur within your life to feel like this? Probably not. Probably not. But now, when you look for a minute, when you look at it from within you, your personal relationship within you has changed. You become that divine persons from within yourself. For so, how that energy is going to come into you is going to come into the next few months. Okay, I was looking to this energy when I come back home from the beach, and went out to look the situations. For we are going to have a full moon in Libra, and we are going to have a full moon in Scorpio. That full moon is going to be, yes, shadow work. It's going to meet, and actually, it's going to be pretty much together with the South Node, the past karma, payback time, and so on. That's what some of the astrologers says. If you don't fix your crap now, then when it comes to Scorpio season, you you will dig into on there. And if you don't finish it with a Scorpio, then when it comes in and meets Saturn in there, that it's we're talking about the Sun situations and Venus. They're pretty much going to travel now together through the signs. Okay, they're going to travel together of Virgo. They're going to travel together with Libra. Pretty much, they're going to come together, and they're going to travel together with in Scorpio. For and I was looking at that at the end of the Scorpio season of this. Okay, it was beautiful energy. It was beautiful, fixed energy from within. The people who's gonna do their inner work in there, it's gonna be amazing. Truly an amazing energy. But then it comes in, if you look at it within your shadow, how much that work of the shadow you did, how much work of this collective shadow and this lower vibes, you actually transform. Take a look how much you give out there to the society, how much you get in there. But you did that job, okay? But guess what? You also, that's changed you. You might not realize it, but that's changed you. You become a new person. You become a new personality. You begin to work more with the divine. You begin to work more with love. You become your true self. That is the huge accomplishment that you can do in your life. If you do that, I want you to be grateful for you, because you did what you were supposed to be doing, living within your truth. And that's what's so beautiful for you. All right, guys. So now I can take some questions for it. Evie, you are absolutely right. Thank you, Evie, for it. Just never imagined I'd be in this state. Me 10 years ago will have laughed and keep cutting me. Yes, I know what you mean, Josh. I never could have imagined, even in my wildest imaginations, that I can be even here and go back in Bulgaria in this town and make it the things that I'm doing. For yesterday, I was kind of like talking with Petya, but Petya was talking with my roommate, talking about Petya and Andres. Some of you probably know them. And she's like, yeah, we came in here to create revolutions. What do you think Dio came back here in Bulgaria? I'm like, oh God, there you go. It's coming. The train's coming. But guess what? You gotta be grateful. You gotta be grateful for everything that happened, the good, the bad, and the ugly. For so Josh, yes, it's an amazing thing. Yeah. But what are you gonna do to your old self? You're gonna laugh at it at yourself, right? If you look at your old self right now, at this moment, Josh, what would you gonna tell your old self? Don't type it into the chat. I can imagine. For every Josh, I'm on this journey since January. I'm amazed how much I've changed, transformed, what potential I got in me. Yes, some of the people uh, you got in on January. That was when the new cycle began, Evie. Hmm. You probably started a little bit earlier than that. Yeah, or you are 100% with you living in your truth, Evie, because that is a new cycle for it, around January that begins. And yeah, it's a beautiful energies that are coming in from you. Yes, yeah, there you go. Yep. But the new cycle, it's pretty good, isn't it? This new cycle of the truth, this new cycle of living in the truth, it's much more complete, it's much more powerful. You have nothing to worry about, nothing to understanding about it, and so on and so on and so on. For and it's beautiful, it's beauty. Hopefully that beautiful energy of love, we can pass it to the next generations, so they can go ahead and become that we did become. I hope that gravitation is going to be increased. I hope that gravitations, this energies, the knowledge and everything is go and reach out to more people. I hope that they will follow it, this inner journey within them, not to copy ours. Okay, we're not talking about copy. We're talking about go out within their own journey. You, all of you, have a different journeys, but we are leading in the same point. We are living in the same boat. The same boat name is Earth. So we are all here for. So yes, we are uh, going through this, and I'm so happy to see you, Evie, that your energy specifically, that you kind of like getting to this. You're tapping into these new energies. That's pretty good. That's amazing, actually. For just so much love too. Like the cute lady at the coffee store, and everyone in the world is love, love, love. Yes, I felt like a drug this morning. Yes, Josh was a sign of is why we do the work. Exactly. This is the sign why we do the work. Why do we do this work? Okay. Absolutely will do. I can feel it. I feel every beautiful of my heart, very high beating. Yes. It isn't nice that here when we are at the chat room we can feel the energies. Isn't that amazing? Because we maintain the inner peace. That inner peace helps us to travel within the truth and feels the vibrations. And I'm so happy within this. Okay, we maybe are not 200 people watching these videos. We maybe not the 200 people from within. And probably I'm going to ask you at some point, do you guys want to have a 3 days workshop here in some place in Europe? And if you guys were able to look at it for like maybe 15, 20 people top for it. But I will probably make make it something, a pool or something here at the channel to see how it goes from within. Usually around October 6th, I like to do a workshop for it, and I haven't done it for a while live. Too, I was doing through the camera, but not in person. And was wondering if some of you, is going to be interesting on this for it. and so on. Um, so you guys have so many questions right now, or anything you guys want to discuss? Now it's the time for it. And I did my revelations from the universe, but also it's a guidance for you guys. It is a little guidance because you're gonna expand that capacity uh, for uh, for it. Josh, why is ironic? Oh, yeah, you're in Australia. Yeah, maybe I have to come one day in Australia and do a workshop there. That's maybe next year is coming. Maybe the next year when everything gets fixed with all this and so on. Maybe I can make a one trip to India, having a workshop in there. And from India, I can take a flight and go down in Australia. And it's gonna comes in, and I'm gonna be playing with the koalas. Okay, maybe hug a little kangaroo, but I don't want to boxing the kangaroos. Okay, that's not my purpose. Just a hug and love for it. I wish to have a koala here, but they're not gonna allow that to me to have it. As you guys know, my spiritual animal is the bear. For maybe pet a crocodile. Not worry about that crocodile thing. Or it's unless I become like Dundee crocodile and get a skin of crocodile and go swim with them. Maybe I don't know. You never know. Also, there is a plenty of other sharks in there. I would love to swim with the sea turtle, but the great white can stay away from me on there. For and maybe I can go visit New Zealand. Anyway, I'm there. We'll see. Just out there, but there is some kind of like energies about October to do a workshop because of my birthday. That's what I do. I devoted my birthday. That's the best way to celebrate. You are with your own kind, twin flames. You are within the good energies, and you can really, it's not like having a birthday with people who are just like, it's different when we're meeting, getting together, and have all this. But we'll see what happens for it. If it's here in Bulgaria, we'll be here in Bulgaria. If it's not, we'll see. Maybe make it someplace else. You guys have something on your minds? For do you want to talk about something, write ideas, or I mean, this is about everyone here. I know that there is some people who's watching it also online. If you want some kind of idea for the daily chat or something that you think is going to be benefit for it, please write it in the comments. I will take a look for and put into the chat room if they want. Usually the people who are chatting, they are the one deciding what the topic will be. Tomorrow the moon is coming into Scorpio. It's diving into the shadow side. It's a deep dive within the shadow. The moon, your intuition, it's gonna go in there. For it, you need to understand that the moon points out your emotions from within you, and that also has with the vibrations. Okay, spoke about yesterday that the waves in the sea and the oceans when they're reaching the shore, you will see how different the slant is laid out at the different days. You actually can see it. You can see these vibrations in there. For it, the moon is the one that causing the waves of the sea because he helps to move around and creates different gravitational field. Um, for and yeah, Eric, I'm only happy for meeting point DM. Happiness crying. I say myself how glad I am myself, and I talk much with God. Great, Eric. Beautiful energies in there. Yeah, Erica, that's beauty. Very crystal clear energies within you. Very good. It's like a pure water coming out of the mountain spring. It's been passing through all everything uh, from up in the mountains, and now it's coming down. It's not a river yet, but it's coming this pure, clean water of nature that it's there. That's how I feel that energy. It's beautiful. What if you changed your gender? How does that affect the twin flame connection? The twin flame connection is more about the soul. I don't see the reason. If you want to change the gender, why would you want to change it first? Probably have reasons for it. Okay, sometimes they recommend a sex change because of the hormone disbalance. That is like a female that has a more masculine energies in there, and the body begins to have all situations. They have to take some meds and so on for it. And they're suggesting that the best case is like just do all that for it, but that should not affecting the soul relationship. Okay, you need to understand twin flames is a soul relationship, and when you're getting into a union and you go into through the naked talk, you tell the person, what do you think if I can change my sight because of this and this, or I always feel to change that. Okay, how they going to accept that, how they going to be from within you, how are you going to be changing all this from within yourself. Okay, is that going to affect your reproduction of kids and so on. uh, so take a look from within you. You might be able to do all this. um, Yeah, probably you understand exactly what I was saying for it. If you change your sex for um, because of the soul is soul, it's a vibrations. Okay, it is the way it is for, and it's good if that has to be done. If this needs to be done, if you feel like needs to be done for it, uh, why not? But does that affect the twin flame connection? You need to understand the truth. Tell to your twin flame, and you both accepting the truth and the needs and so on and so on. That actually improves the connection. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. But if you have, so for example, if you have this situation with your hormone disbalance and you're hiding this procedure with your twin flame, now you're in a union and he sees that something is not right within you and you're afraid to tell him about that hormones, then there is a problem in there. The truth wasn't there. And now when you tell your twin about it and they're pissed off or they find out on their own, guess what? Now there is the train wreck, the tower, and crumbling, and separations, and madness and pain within the soul because of this. I did it before. I knew him about. I knew about twin flames. Oh, so if you did it before the twin flame journey, did you tell your twin flame about your sex change? Or you're afraid of telling them? Because you need to understand the fear okay, can really kill the journey from within. Wherever there is fear, there is lack of love, because the love, fear keeps the love not to come out. The fear and the secrets and the lies and so on, they kill the joy, they kill the love, they kill the connection. They're like a kill switch in there. Uh, she already knows and won't talk to me. She didn't took it well, right? Yeah. Uh, it shouldn't be of this for it. Especially if you change your sex in there for it. But yeah, you need to understand people. That is good that you've always been open. You need to know that the power of you always been open, it talks about you, not about her. It talks about you. You did the right things. You gotta be grateful to yourself. Doesn't matter what the journey is right now at the moment, but you gotta be grateful because you promised something, you delivered. Okay, you stayed in your truth, you stay within you, and my heart goes with you because you are open. I know that most of the twin flames, they are not together because they're not fully open. They're not in 100% open for it. They're not open for the connections. No, that's for this. But if you did this opening, you explain what it is, explain what that is, and explain the love for it. Uh, that could be the situations from within you. Uh, how about are you okay with the reproduction or after the sex change or no? Not that much familiar with that part, but because maybe if you can't having a kids and a babies and so on, maybe that was could be a big problem, and she just don't want to talk about it. Hold on, you say she, and you converted to a female. I don't think so. That should be a problem. Why would she? Hmm. Interesting. Christy, very interesting about it. Maybe there is something personal in there. Christy, can you message me on the Facebook? We can get that conversations a little bit more deeply. Don't worry about anything, money or so. Don't worry about that stuff. Okay, just trying to give you help. I feel like you need some little help. For I will always love her unconditionally. Will support any decision she comes up with. That is good. But sometimes, if the people don't appreciate it, what you do for them, if they not appreciate it for it, um, then you have to go ahead and take on your journey from within you. But it's good to love them unconditional. Yes, send them little unconditional love. Wish them the best for it. If they don't talk, maybe there is gotta be an inner work that needs to be done. If they don't want to communicate with you, even if the door is open, then they do something. They will come up sooner or later. Who knows? Maybe something from a past life, something comes up, or something situations, or you know. I mean, hopefully, divine is not gonna get involved in this, but divine is a very beautiful power. They know what to do, when, and how, and so on from within you. There is a huge energy shift with the transgender topic and identity at the moment. It's a part of growth into stepping to the one's androgynous identity. Yes, there was about this, Josh. I can I can relate it, to this within. When I was in the States, that was a huge thing for, but create a lot of crisis within the teenagers for it because they don't know what gender they are within for. And uh, we need to look within this because it was about more of understanding the both sides from within, not to misunderstand what this is. But it was mispresented within differences because the people have to find what they are from within and so on. So that turned out to be for it very hot topic. By the way, how do I do that? I'm 56 and she's 55 with a husband and a child of 15. Oh, that huh. Hmm. Interesting story, Christy. My husband and a child that it's 15, so she had a kid when she was 40. Is that gotta do something with the child? Maybe her child, she's trying to protecting her child. For if you've been talking to her, then I mean, you guys know about the connections, you felt the connections, so should not be issues for it. Maybe but there is gotta be something in there that you maybe don't know yet. Maybe you're trying to find answer, Christy, but keep walking. Okay, keep walking within this. Keep walking in the journey. It's gonna help you. Um, so I have a growing suspicion that most people who believe they're met their twin have only met a soulmate. If we keep turning inward, focus yourself, know it thyself, respect, shift, and some. Sarah, yes, exactly. I mean, that's what that gratitude is. The gratitude that when you turn from within, you don't see this when you go in there. Specifically as a this journey within you. Okay, that journey is so beautiful. It changed people's lives. Okay, I mean, a lot of the things they don't turn out the way we expected because of the expectations. Okay, we always had expectations, but that is the human part of having the expectations. However, if we understood the journey the way we should have understood the journey, maybe the things could have been different to grow and to be within us. But Sarah, you're right at point, and thank you. Thank you for coming in the chat. I appreciate your input. Very, very, very beautiful energy there. Bianca, much love and support to you. Yes. The values of people who are in their 50, 60 are vastly different the values now. It would have been a shock to them. I couldn't imagine the divine would have me go down this road without his organizing it. Our connection was intense. Chris, yeah, the connections are always intense. They always are. It doesn't matter if that's a soulmate, that is a twin flame, is that is a spiritual connections and so on. They're always intense because they are from within the person's soul. They are in. We're talking about in the physical level. There are connections within the brain. It's already been proved it with a lot of. I would love to go there and talk to these people in France about mirroring neurons. See if they can do a image of my mirroring neurons and my CHAT when I do 5D. What is that going to come up with? Uh, we'll see. I'm very interesting with this stuff because it's in me. It's within me. Come on, you want to see it, right? You want to see what your brain does, how the lights are coming in, and how your brain is changing within you, and so on and so on. This is gonna be cool. But yes. Mm, so the intensity is always there. The question is what are we doing with the intensity? Are we putting this intensity to work? Are we put this energy to understanding? Are we putting in this to uh, have a better life? Is that makes a better personality, better behaviors, and better happiness from within us? So yes, that will be very interesting. Yes, it's gonna be a very interesting. I keep watching the news on this stuff for it for the mirroring neurons. There is a lot of work right now. There is quite a bit work has been done for specifically talking about the interface within. I think that one of the benefits of this interface that's going to be done for it, the one of their benefits is that they can fix the undeveloped programming from within the people. But I don't like that interface because it could be used for manipulations or programming for military purposes, which is that's another thing that I don't like. But everything has its own purpose for. My GM is 56 and married and has two sons. I'm 41, have a son. He's 16. When we were in union, we knew we had to overcome a lot. We want to be together. Then he talked to his wife and she wouldn't let him go. He stayed with her, but I know he's processing our connection. Evie, my heart goes with you because I understand how that goes, especially with the age gap. Okay, for it, and she probably won't let him go because of she's losing her security, the man, and nobody's gonna watch her, and so on, and so on. That's what is very good when the twin flames are actually separated or they're divorced. I stayed down before because the worst thing for the soul is to be in a place where your soul actually kind of like is down. You living with someone, you pretending you're with someone, your soul is in love with somebody else. I mean, this is a huge sin from within for it. Lying within the soul, that is a like you lying the divine for it. It is painful. Okay, it is painful. All that pain, all that suffering. A lot of the twin flames are suffering because of this energies, this intensity, because they're trying to have connection with somebody else and they can't. Why? Because that's what they are. And I can understand Evie, and yeah, my heart goes with you. Okay, just stay strong. Just stay strong in there. And hopefully your kids knows about everything within your family and the situations. Um, just that made me break down when I was with my catalyst. Here, I was with a partner yet feel intense love for someone else within them. Yes, things can get break down, but when you break it down, you see the truth, Josh, from within you, and that helps you to the catalyst come to you to catapult you. Okay, like a catapult. Shoot just in there. I'm going through and healing myself. I'm going through things to help me with my vibration, moving out on of my life. She now know I love her unconditionally and leave it up to her. Christy, yes, a lot of the twin flames right now, they're deeply, deeply, I mean, deeply separations. A lot of the twin flames within the last 3, 4 years, that kind of like begin to be more and more coming in. There was a few reports for a few unions, which is that were probably went through a lot of crap earlier. But right now, within this, until the new year begins March for it, there's going to be a lot of grinding inner work. It's like the universe is going to be kind of like, oh, you don't want to be the twin flame. Okay, I'll grind you out. Oh, you don't want to be at the twin flame. Oh, I ground you out. And these energies lately, I mean, I've seen them. I look at it, and yeah, but we hope for the best. We are in this storm until the retrograde season ends, and we are in this evolution process. Some have evolved, they move. Some they come. Some will never gonna come back. That's what it is, but it's not up to us. It is about within the divine, their relationship within the divine, their relationship within the truth, because the truth is the base about the love, the true love. You can't have just love. It has to be a true love, true twin flame. The truth has a lot to do with this. So I know what you mean, Christy. I exactly know what you mean. No one will love her as much as I. Yes, I know what you mean. With say self gratitude, to begin much more talk to God. Thankful for all the happenings in the day. First day I talk 5D very much with you, but now much more with God. Exactly, Erika. Exactly. That gratitude actually opens up because you're grateful to God, to the universe. And now it's different, right? You feel different connections. That's what it was, the video I wanted to point out about that gratitude. That's what there was. That's what these energies. And I'm glad you caught it. I'm glad that you're doing, Erica. I have a second night of the soul started December last year, and I went through all the pain again for the last 8 months. Wow, second, man, that's very, very rare. That is extremely rare. Someone to get the true dark nights of the soul. Very rare, because usually that comes in that you got so much aggravations from within you, and there is no happiness hormone, and all of a sudden the brain shuts down medically wise. But we're talking about the other side, what's actually causing all this. Those that comes in with not acceptance of the reality. That could be a lot of hateful things. That could be a lot of intense energies that prevented the brain to feel like the whole happiness in the world it's ending. Just like it's not here, it doesn't have here, no more, no need to be alive, no need to, I don't see a reason to be here, and so on and so on. You just want that twin flame so much that you're even mad at God. Then just they're like, we got your negative energies, we got your crap, and the divine comes in, it's like reset, poof, and you walk up and you're totally different. But to happen twice, that's wow. Yeah, I felt energies for a second one. That was like maybe 2 3 years after I got the first one. Very I never knew what I was until I didn't learn. Okay, I mean, first you feel experience, and then when you learn and you know what you go through, then you're like, okay, divine, your will. Here you go. You drive the car. I'm just gonna sit. Okay, I'm just gonna act. Whatever you said, it's gonna go. Whatever I need to, and I understand that. All I can put down that was I didn't do the work first time around. Time it was 26 years ago. Aha! Now we getting it. If you don't did the work 26 years ago, usually that's what happens. The universe sends you a person and tells you what you need to do. And if you didn't did the right work, you did another work for it, then you're suffering through the pain. Now you learn your lesson. You wish not to come back. You're breaking out these communications, disconnections, and so on. And now the universe puts you exactly in the same type of situations to see if you learned your lesson. Yeah, and if you don't learn it the first time, you're repeating the same mistakes, then the same situations are coming, and now the things are not pretty. They could be even worse. Because one time to forgive you, the divine, that's okay. The second time, now that was your choice. Now the divine is pounding. Hopefully that's not the case within you for it. Hopefully you learn now and you do something about it. But yes, it's tough. It's tough out there. I was messed up to understand back then. Oh, I know. Actually, Christy, I can't relate it to you, but back in the days, you saying 26 years ago, there was no information about soul connections, twin flames, and so on as today. Okay. I mean, there is a lot of info now out there. There is a lot of people out there that went through the journey. A lot of people now with experience, with the knowledge, with the energies, with the vibrations, and so on. For nowadays, it's so much. Okay, into but back in 26 years ago, maybe even 30 years ago, people were just not aware of that much of this type of connection. Okay, they weren't. Now in the uh, nowadays it's more. Okay, more it's explainable right now. Again, caught up the end. I'll be sure to rewatch it. Hey, Fastero, thank you for being here. You're not late. You came into the divine time, so don't for it. It's not really at the end. We are just discussing things right now. For so stick around, and later on you can rewatch everything. At least you're present at the present time, here and now. Don't worry about because we recorded. It's in the past. You're gonna go ahead and rewatch it later on. But glad to see you here. Okay, glad to see you here. Um, so yes, one of the things that I came in for it that really put me to get into the starting the writing, starting to be out in the open, starting this YouTube channel later on. That's what there was. There was a lack of information, and people don't know how to react when they hear the word twin flame. Okay, they were not knowing. I had people coming to me, Dio, where were you 20, 30 years ago? Someone to explain us all this. And that's why the main video that it's there, it's please educate yourself before you act. Boom. And I'm moving that video from there. That is the most important people is general informations to the public about what twin flames. Okay. Now people can use and abuse the twin flame label or the twin flames connections. There's so much is going on right now for it. Lately, is more videos made it about narcissism than twin flames. It is just a nightmare over there. But Salma, thank you for coming in. I recognize you early in the chat. I want to say thank you for your donation, and I really appreciate it. And would really like to give you back. And maybe we can communicate later on out on the Facebook with you. And I'm glad to see you here. But that's Christy. That's what it was. I mean, I become an awake and I'll begin to look at it. Do you know how many nights I woke up at 3 o'clock, 3:33 in the morning? And I had to get in the computer and go and study for hours until I get to work. I mean, we're talking about from 3:30 till 7:30. I have 4 hours in the morning to research that, to look for it. And there was the one time I see this like a twin flame. I don't know what it is. there was some kind of like I don't know, it was something connecting with Brenda Terrell-Nelly. Then I went up from that, I went up to Lindy Cowling. And from there, I begin to look from within for. And then I begin to find a few pages. There was a few web pages that were talking about the twin flame connection. And I was like, holy crap. Now I understand what this is for it. But you know, you're right. Back then, there was no information. And you know what? I think it's not our fault for it. And don't blame yourself for that you didn't did it the first time. But I'm glad that you, Christy, you're doing this right now. And you have to get yourself to this good gratitude from within you. It's going to help you a lot if you do that gratitude, self-gratitude to yourself within the divine. Very good. Okay? It's going to be feel very good. And yeah, hope that you're okay. You're welcome, Salma. You're welcome. All right, guys. So if you have some more questions, let's do some questions. But let me look at it pretty quick. Let me look at the tomorrow's energies. Okay, 24 hours. Okay. Ooh. The moon is going to be at 22 degrees in 9 minutes in Libra tomorrow this time, pretty much 4. And we can talk about lack of self-growth. What else could be helpful? We can talk about transformations from within, something related with that. What else I can see? I can go back a few hours, see what's going on here. We can talk about solving or dissolving illusions from within. Transformation from within. 4. So faster off. I noticed that awakening to a twin caused me to get rid of everything I own and turning to religion. Sometimes I wish never happened, but more beautiful days have happened that bad. Wow, faster. Yeah, the changes of the twin flames, it comes in and destroys everything you built from before. You're like starting from scratch. I mean, the journey is so many times it's like this, like you're starting from scratch. The worst thing is when you have to start from scratch, and the worst time of the moments in life, personally, when that happens. And I can, yeah, I can totally relate it to this. It's hard to start it up from ground zero again, but with the divine help, you can come up. With the divine help, you can trust. You put your faith, trust, and belief within this, and let the divine does the miracles. They know how to achieve this. And yes, Fastero. Um, very good. Yeah, I know. When you overcome the fear of death, when you understand you're not gonna die, just transition for it. And especially people who pass the dark night of the soul, they know they don't dying. They're just like, we know, we do. And yeah, you're like, okay, I can relate it to you. For so transformation from within. That's what you guys want to talk about. Okay, I'm go for it. If everyone else is gonna go for it, so tomorrow we are gonna be talking about transformations from within. We're gonna be looking at these transformations. We're gonna be understanding these transformations. And thank you, Tiffany. Okay, Evie, that's very good. Okay, okay, all right. Numbers. Okay, we'll write it. All right. Tiffany. It was a heavy question. Transformation. Christy couldn't care if I die. I know. A good appetite, deal. Yeah, I'm hungry. Yes. Oh, I watched Constantine again this morning. Uh, what part did you like, Fastero? What part did you like? Don't say that. Really, really at the end. You know, the end is the end. Okay, for it. But I liked it. The movie, the way I like it so much, it is because there was a person who actually seek his redemption from within. But mostly the way that he did it was about using his powers to understand a very, very secret divine intervention within the human beings that wasn't actually created for us. So he took that understanding to gain all this part. That's what I like the most. That mental power, that mental divine powers from Constantine, that he had it. He knew, he felt it, the energies, and he knew how to protect her. He knew how to walk into the hell and find what he was looking for. That's what this was. And I liked it because sometimes these things are, in the movie it's a little different, but in life sometimes we have similar things. For, yeah, that does not happen for the DM to rebuild life. Katie, we need to stop looking at the DM and the DF for it. We have the both energies for. If you put in the divine masculine, that probably it's your masculine side. What is your relationship with the masculine side from within? How you're thinking about him, that's what is going to be reflected on it. If the person doesn't want to change, if the person they don't want to do their inner work, that is their relationship within themselves. If they're not honest from within them, or if they feel like there is no connection, or they don't feel like they are who they are, you can't do anything about it. Anything about it. Okay. I felt think that both the DF and DM got their world shaken up. Yes, there's gonna be because Mars right now is shaken up, especially today. But hopefully, as a masculine energy, you hold on to it. Now Venus is really in tough time. She's gonna have a rough time. I mean, come on. Okay, she's gonna take a little healing in Virgo, and she's gonna get the love that she has to understand in Libra. But when it goes through Scorpio, is yeah, there at Scorpio, there's gonna be some grinding and out work about love. I mean, really, there's gonna be really situations because of when it's gonna be the full moon at Scorpio. Uh, the Venus is gonna be at, I think, was 11 or 12 degrees, or the sun was there. So the past karma, the south node, is going to be exactly there. So this is going to be connecting with the past life. This is going to be with the past transgressions. This is going to be about past lies about love. And all is going to be piled up in a Scorpio. This is going to be like a lot of dirt will come out, or you have to deal with a lot of dirt that you did. I look at the chart today. We were discussing this, and I'm like, I'm not looking at that anymore. I have to do live chat. I don't want to see these energies. But I'm telling you that, you know, it is what it is. I have to think about it because I have a Mercury in Scorpio and I have a Venus in Scorpio. Yeah, for it. So, yeah. The shaking up is going to continue until March. So, faster all, as long as you know what the things are going, and compassion and patience, things will come then. For Evie, 1616, yeah, that 1616 reminds me about John 16. Uh, for it, yeah. Christy, thank you dear for your experience. Phil, I have experienced a lot of what you have. So much gratitude. Sure. Thank you. Gratitude to you, to Christy, to coming in out here and speak your truth. That is a lot of the people, they don't understand the power of vulnerability to be their own truth. But you understand, and I want to say that I admire you for sharing with us your situation, your story, because of you understand the value of the truth. And here we really appreciate that value of the truth that it's here. I mean, honestly, it's been all about the truth speaking up here, and I really appreciate it. Yeah. Faster all, I love the parts where he sets up to travel and go astral to hell wherever sends. Yeah, that part of yeah, I don't like it that much into there. But to me it was completely different parts when he was taking the spirits out with the mirror out there, and out of that girl that was four. There's a lot of things in that movie, you know. When especially when he goes into the bars and what was that about? just something in a frog, and he tried to walk in there, and he couldn't walk in. And, uh, but he walked into that bar, and they were having these divine conversations between the good and the bad. And he's like, you know what? Here's I'm the king. I know what to do. I know what's going on. And he said, I need to use the chair. He's like, you really want to use the chair? You know what I'm talking about, Pastor Ron? Yeah. But that movie is showing up how the good prevails, for how the love can be, and the fight for who's going to own your soul, for it. What are you going to be doing from within you? Uh, and so on. And it was the very, at the end, how the both powers helped him out to be cleansed for it, to have this cough and this, all that removed out of him. But at the same time, that is the illumination. He did that illuminations from within. Constantine did it at the end. He illuminated himself about the divine journey. That was it, the movie. And they sent him back. That was a Dark Night of the Soul. They sent him back to be in the world. Just surf. Yes, surf. And that's what I like that movie so much, for it. All right, guys. So let me finish this. Gratitude. Gratitude from within you that you did this job. You're here within this journey. You're here within this art. You're here doing this parts from within you. It's going to help you to keep going forward, keep moving forward. It doesn't matter what's going on. You know that from now on, at that point, there is nothing else you can do. The only thing you can do is forward. And you have to feel that you lost a lot of things. Okay? You maybe lost a lot of things that you thought they could have been, should have been, would have been. But look at it also what you gain. What did you transform into? What did you change from within? And be grateful for your journey. All right, guys? Much love to you guys. Be love. Let's share the love here. All right.